Hello everyone, and thanks for hanging out with me. I thought I'd do another like-dislike video, and I want to do it for the Kona. I think I did one before with my 27 videos when I had it 2 years ago in the winter. But this is the facelift model, and it changed a bit, a lot, and let's talk about it. Okay, what do I like? What I like about the Kona is first the drive. So suspension is really amazing. It's perfectly in the middle between sporty and comfortable. I love it. Steering is good. I said versus the ID3 that the ID3 is more precise, and that's true, but it's still amazing steering. It's really great. I like that a lot. The most important thing that in the Kona is just incredible is the efficiency, and I mean at all speeds. I did 130 kilometers an hour range test, and you saw it. It's around 350 kilometers. That's amazing. Yesterday I had to go somewhere, and I was on the highway, and I was doing top speed and then accelerating to the top speed, and the consumption did not go over 250 watts per kilometer, and I drove 70 kilometers or 50 kilometers or so, and the battery just went down, I don't know, not even 20% at top speed or accelerating to the top speed. That's very impressive. So it's an amazingly efficient car. Same with the AC, that you have heat button extra. That's amazing with the climate, that you have an extra button for heat. I love that so much. But when you turn it up, so when you turn it up to 24 degrees, it knows, hey, we have to heat up the cabin to get to 24 degrees. I turn on the heat, and it will do that for you, but you can turn it off. I love that. It's great. Of course, what I also love is my favorite screen in EV, the instant consumption of all your parts, driving, climate, electronics, and battery care, and that's awesome. It just shows it in kilowatt. You can see how much kilowatt regen you have, how much kilowatt the car is using. That's really awesome. A few things that I find a bit annoying, and I didn't find annoying in the first model. They have that now. First is that in the old version, not facelift, in comfort mode or normal mode, you could always have a digital speedometer and then change something in the middle to see consumption or whatever, and that's gone. There's only there's a digital speedometer and always an analog speedometer, and I find analog speedometer very imprecise. You have no idea what it is exactly, and I like the digital one, and it's very modern, and I like that. And so I cannot see both at the same time. So a trip meter and the digital speedometer is a bit meh. I don't know. Overall, the instrument cluster, I liked it better in the old version. I don't know. You can change the view a bit, but not really. Another thing, and I have this is the same in the Ioniq 5, in the old Ioniq, in the Kia e-Niro. When you change drive modes, you feel a change. So what I mean with that is that the accelerator pedal where it is, and you change the drive mode, it means something different in that drive mode. So in sport, when you are at, let's say, 15%, and then you turn to sport, it means more power at that position. And so when you're in sport mode, for example, then you switch over to want to get to normal or comfort, you have to go over eco, and then you feel a jerkiness. It's not nice. I don't like that. But let's go through the few things that I really dislike about this car. Number one is the beeping. It beeps the whole time for everything, and some things I don't even know why. So when you get into the car and you turn the car on without having the seatbelt on, it beeps 6 times. That's common in the Korean cars. I hate that. Then there's the chime for the start, the chime for turning it off. Annoying. But then when you're charging, and it shows you the charging power and how long to 80% or 100%, there's a beep every time it just comes on. And then for whatever reason, I don't know why, I drive into my garage, turn it off, open the door, and it beeps. What's happening here? I'm guessing there was an accident. We have to go somewhere different. Okay. And it beeps, and it keeps beeping. So it keeps beeping till I close the door. I don't know what it is and what it does. That's so annoying. It just really likes to beep. Number 2 is the phone holder here. It's great if you have wireless charging, then it's perfect. And if you don't use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. This car does not support wireless phone protection, as Hyundai calls it. And so if you plug it in, the phone doesn't fit in here. And then you have to put it sideways, or the whole weight of the phone is on the cable, so on the connector. And you don't want that. And so it's falling around. It's not good. Another thing, I know I said I like the climate, it's true, but the climate control and the view is horrible. I'm sorry, I really hate it. Yes, so right now in the screens you don't see anywhere, you only have one zone climate, by the way, and you don't see, maybe it's just this model, I don't know, this is not a premium, doesn't have head-up display and everything, but you don't see what temperature you have or anything. For this, there's 2 ways. Either you change something or you press climate. And when you press climate, you have this view, and this view is horrible. It's a black picture with dark gray things where you should see where the airflow is, and you can barely see it. And when you turn up the airflow, then those air thingies that show where the airflow is get brighter. But when you're on 1 or 2, there's barely any change. So horrible. Ooh, that was bad. Ow. Ooh, that looks like a frontal collision. Eee. Someone was on the other side of the road. Eee. They look bad. And there's a second view, then you only have, for example, in the map, when you change then it's on the right. Where is it? Oh, it is when you are in a setup screen or something like this. And if you change then something here on top comes up, and you see the temperature, the airflow in a nice way, AC, heat, and the airflow with a number. That's 10 times better. Because in map, it just comes up here on the side, and it takes a second till when you change something till you see it. That's just stupid. It's really horrible. I hate that. And the last thing is the cruise control. Adaptive cruise control works fine, and it's also nice that you can switch it to a normal cruise control without distance. I like that too. Sometimes you want that. It's great. What I notice, and this is with a lot of EVs, that the cruise control is a bit harsh and jerky. Doesn't matter in what drive mode you are, and also you can set it in the settings to different. What ID3 is this? A Pro, so not even a first edition. And so you can set it. How it reacts to the speed for the person in front of you, but still it's very jerky, and it comes close to the car that's driving slower and then braking very sudden, even in the longest distance. But that's not the problem. That happens. The problem for me is that it doesn't hold the speed. And you say, what? Yeah, it's a cruise control. And I put my cruise control, I think a lot of people do that, to the speed limit, because you don't want to drive too fast, don't want to get a speeding ticket, and then it holds the speed nicely uphill or straight, but if it goes downhill, it goes over that limit that you set, so not a limit, the cruise control speed that you set by 1 to 2 kilometers an hour, and it's not correcting a second later. It keeps there for 10-15 seconds. And why? I just don't get it. But it's still an awesome car. Kona rules. Really amazing car. I liked it back then when I tested it, the non-facelift model, long time ago, and it's still amazing. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.